Thank you, Honorable Libanan. All your manifestations are duly noted. Before we proceed, Chair acknowledges the Honorable Rene Luis M. Co, Member Kabataan Party List. Thank you, Congresswoman Co, for coming. Now we proceed to our next bill, that is House Bill number 58, sponsored by the Honorable Representative Jordan Jesus M. Romualdo. We recognize the author or his representative to sponsor the bill.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Rufus Rodriguez is recognized.
Camiguin being one of the former sub-provinces of Misamis Oriental, I will take the cudgel for my good friend Jordan Jesus Romualdo. I move that his explanatory note be considered as the sponsorship speech for House Bill 58. So moved, Mr. Chairman. Madam Chair.
Thank you. The Honorable Romualdo wishes to extend his thanks to you.
Thank you.
Through this letter for sponsoring his bill.
Thank you very much.
Now we proceed to the next bill, House Bill number 1491, authored by the Honorable Rufus Rodriguez and Maximo B. Rodriguez Jr.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to state that I agree with our minority leader, one of the most outstanding commissioners of the Bureau of Immigration, the Honorable Marcelino Libanan. And indeed, 12th Congress, it was approved by both but not ratified by the House. In the previous Congress, 19th Congress, again, there was failure of the Senate to approve it. Madam Chair, this representation has been filing this bill for the sixth time.
Sixth time.
From 2007, because I was a former commissioner of the Bureau of Immigration, and I found my experiences there as really, it really helped me, and it was a very good experience. So today, on my sixth term, I really hope and I thank the Honorable Chair that this is taken up early on in this year when we start our first regular session. And therefore, Madam Chair, I would just like to state that this was Commonwealth Act 613, 1940, before the war. At least the Second World War, not the First World War. So it's really a very old law, and there is a need to really revise it and strengthen the Bureau of Immigration. So I will just also ask that my explanatory note and that of my brother, the Honorable Maximo B. Rodriguez Jr. of Abamin, Abante, Mindanao, will now be considered as our sponsorship speech. Once again, thank you, Madam Chair, and our distinguished colleagues. And then in the proper time, after all have spoken, I will move for Section 48 to directly bring this to the Committee on Appropriations and then to the floor. Of course, I had talked with our representative, the Assistant Secretary, my good friend Ann Luis here. There are some proposals of the DFA, and if we are able to have the Commissioner Viado, to be able to agree to this, then Section 48 will be stated that it will already, with including the amendments, to fast track this, Madam Chair. So thank you very much. In the proper time, I'm going to invoke Section 48 under our rules. Once it's been approved on third and final reading by the House, there's no more need for discussion. But you would just like to give a chance to the DFA, if agreeable, to the Commissioner. If not, then we proceed with what we have approved on third reading, which is House Bill 8203. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Either way, you will proceed to Section 48. I just wish to express the confidence of the committee in tackling this modernization bill of the Bureau of Immigration, because for everybody's information, we have two former commissioners of BI who are with the panel of the Committee on Justice. And that is, of course, the Honorable Minority Leader, Congressman Nonoy Libanan, and the Honorable Chair, Congressman Rufus Rodriguez. We are indeed so blessed that we are guided by the expertise and the wisdom of these two former BI commissioners. And speaking of this agency, we are opportuned also to have with us, and we acknowledge the presence of the former Justice Secretary, the Honorable Congresswoman Laila M. De Lima. Ma'am, thank you for coming. Now let us proceed to the next bill. House Bill number 1646, authored by Representatives Miguel Luis Villafuerte, Vincenzo Renato Luigi Villafuerte, Kiyoshi Anthony Horibata, and Terry L. Ridon.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Keith Flores is recognized.
Madam Chair, I have been requested by the sponsors to sponsor this bill, Madam Chair, because they are busy attending to their constituents due to the effect of the typhoon, Madam Chair. And may I request, Madam Chair, that I sponsor it together with Bill 4834, Madam Chair, so that we will just...
The Honorable Keith Flores is allowed to sponsor both 1646 and 4834 with the permission, of course, of the other members.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, in both bills, now we would like to move for the adoption of our explanatory note as our sponsorship speech due to the fact that it has already been previously passed, Madam Chair, and explained. Although earlier, Madam Chair, Attorney Sanya Siton of the Bureau of Immigration manifested that there were some suggestions for amendments, but I told her to just direct it to Commissioner Viado so that it can be tackled properly at the proper time. So, Madam Chair, with that, Madam, we move that the sponsorship the explanatory notes attached to the bill be considered as the sponsorship speech for both bills, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Flores. Now we proceed to House Bill number 2685, authored by the Honorable Representative Jaime Eduardo Mark D. Cuanco. We recognize the sponsor or his representative, please.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Rodriguez is recognized.
Yes, Madam Chair, on behalf of the Chair of the Nuclear Committee, no less than Congressman Mark Cuanco. This is Jaime Cuanco. I move that the explanatory note of House Bill 2685 be considered as the sponsorship speech to be considered by this committee. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Rodriguez. Now we proceed to House Bill number 3229, authored by Representative Emilio Bernardino L. Yulo. We recognize the sponsor or his representative, please.
Good morning, Madam Chair. I am pleased and honored to sponsor on behalf of Congressman Bernardino Yulo, House Bill number 3229. He regrets he cannot be here with us today as he is in his district taking care of his flood victims. But as mentioned by our other representatives, it is high time for this bill to be revisited and for us to finally pass an updated version of our Immigration Modernization Act. And I move to adopt Representative Emilio Bernardino Yulo's explanatory note as his sponsorship speech for House Bill 3229. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Subiri. Now we proceed to House Bill number 3599, authored by Representative Jeffrey P. Ferrer. The author or his representative is recognized.
Madam Chair,
Honorable Flores is recognized.
on behalf of Representative Jeffrey Ferrer, I would like to move that the explanatory note attached to the bill be considered as his sponsorship speech, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Flores. And finally, House Bill number 5153, authored by the Honorable Representative Yeda Marie K. Romualdez.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Libanan is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, the Honorable Romualdez requested this representation to represent in her behalf to sponsor House Bill 5153, in as much as the Honorable Romualdez is still busy with relief operations of the typhoon victims. So that, Madam Chair, I further request that the explanatory note of the Honorable Yeda Romualdez be considered as sponsorship speech of House Bill 5153. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Libanan. Now we are done with the sponsorship speeches of the foregoing sponsors of this bill, which we have noted already is very much similar to House Bill number 8203, the one which was approved during the third and final reading of the 19th Congress and which was transmitted to the Senate. Now we will be proceeding to our resource persons for their comments and manifestations on this bill. COMSEC is directed to call our resource persons.
Thank you, Chair. From the Department of Foreign Affairs, Ms. Ann Halondoon Luis, Assistant Secretary, Office for Consular Affairs.
ASEC Luis is recognized.
Madam Chairperson and honorable members of the Committee on Justice, I wish you all a very good morning, and also to colleagues from various government agencies, stakeholders who are represented in this meeting. First of all, I wish to convey the greetings of Secretary Teresa Lazaro and our thanks as well for the invitation to the DFA to attend this very important hearing. The Department of Foreign Affairs recognizes that the modernization of the Bureau of Immigration is both timely and necessary, in line with the strengthening of the Bureau as an organization. In this regard, the department is fully supportive of BI's measures and reforms that will enhance the Bureau's operational efficiency, streamline its processes, and improve the welfare and professionalism of its personnel. The department believes, however, that modernization must proceed with due regard for the existing mandates and authority of our other government agencies. On this note, I wish to note that, among others, the current bill contains a provision giving authority to the Bureau of Immigration to issue all kinds of visas. The DFA reaffirms its position, which it also submitted during the 19th Congress, that the authority to process and issue non-immigrant and immigrant entry visas abroad in the Foreign Service post should remain within the purview of the DFA. In this respect, the DFA respectfully emphasizes that its visa issuing authority is not merely administrative in nature. It is a core consular function grounded on international and domestic laws, including the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations, the Administrative Code of 1987, and the Philippine Foreign Service Act of 1991, as further operationalized under the 2002 Codified Visa Rules and Regulations. The DFA likewise stresses that visa decisions abroad have diplomatic and political dimensions that directly impact on bilateral relations with countries, reciprocity agreements, and the country's image in the international community, which falls squarely into the Foreign Service framework and mandate of the DFA. Under the Philippines' two-tiered national gatekeeping system, there is clear demarcation of the mandate and responsibilities of the DFA and of the BI. The DFA exercises diplomatic, consular, and pre-entry functions abroad, while the BI performs immigration control and enforcement within the Philippines territory, thereby maintaining the country's effective two-tiered gatekeeping system. In this regard, and as reflected in the department's position paper, which it submitted to the committee, the DFA respectfully urges that the relevant provisions of the proposed Immigration Modernization Act maintain the current delineation of functions and preserve the DFA's visa issuing authority consistent with established international conventions and domestic laws. In this way, The modernization efforts will strengthen